Penguin Random House Australia Audio proudly presents Summertime. Written by Danielle Celermajer. Narrated by Felicity Jurd. All rights reserved. For Katie, for Jimmy, and for Elle, friends all. Who has turned us around like this, so that whatever we do, we find ourselves in the attitude of someone going away? Just as the person on the last hill, which shows him his whole valley one last time, turns, stops, lingers, so we live, forever taking our leave. Rainer Maria Rilke, The Eighth Elegy. Grief. As I write this on a Friday afternoon, it has been 48 hours and he has barely lifted his head. We call him, but it is only when we get right up close that he answers, and only in the softest voice, a voice very different from his usual booming baritone. I just climbed down to where he was lying and finally got him to drink a little water, but he showed no interest in food. Not even watermelon, his favourite treat. I had no idea that grief could be so deep, for anyone. I have held off telling you that Jimmy is a pig, because I appreciate that for many human beings, knowing his species would make it impossible to read this as a story about the enormity of loss. But stay with me. About 3 years ago, a woman who knew that my partner Elle and I offered refuge to a few animals emailed us to ask if we had space for 2 pigs who had been rescued from the floor of a factory farm when they were 3 weeks old. They had been discarded as wastage. For the first 6 months of their lives, Jimmy and Katie were so weak and terrified that it seemed doubtful they would live, but they had huddled by each other's side and in the love of their human until they had the strength to enter the world. By the time they came to us at the age of 4, they were physically huge but unusually timid. It took about 2 years before Katie would look at me straight on, and whenever the chickens got into their area, Jimmy, all 200-odd kilograms of him, would scurry away in fear.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?